Lagos, 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 good morning to you. It's a Feel Good Friday on Smooth 98.1 FM. It is Business Express. It is Tech Friday. I am Rotus, by the way, but I'm also joined, more importantly, by Fisayo. Fisayo is with us today. Fisayo, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, Lagos.
Welcome. So do send your messages to 0809-444-0981 on WhatsApp. Also, remember, follow us on Twitter at Smooth91FM. We're also streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/Smooth91FM. And, yes, I'm, again, trying to catch Kim Kardashian on Instagram and Twitter. So Rotan quotes, ROTAN. KWOT. All right, let's jump into things. Sorry, where do we start from? Well, there's a lot to discuss today. All right, let's start with this tweet from the federal government. Please, fellow Nigerians, please follow your government on Twitter. Nigeria Gov, G-O-V, Nigeria Gov. So they sent this tweet out. They said the FMIC Nigeria, which is the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, issues new regulations prohibiting exclusivity of sporting rights in Nigeria. Broadcasters and exclusive licenses now mandated to share such rights with other broadcasters to boost reach and also maximize utilization by all broadcasters of premium content. Fisayo, help explain to our listeners what this tweet means and the interpretation. What's going on here?
Okay. I think I have to be careful of the things I say.
Yes, you have to temper yourself. Temper yourself, sir.
But I'm so angry.
Before you're angry, explain to our listeners what they're saying. What are they saying?
Okay, so basically, it's saying that when you as a business go to let's say the Premier League, for instance, you bid to broadcast the content, maybe live football, to Nigerians.
Yeah.
Once you won the bid, you would have to share your rights with other people that are sitting in their houses doing absolutely nothing. But once you won the bid, because you can't have exclusive right to it, you want the exclusive right, so you have to share it with every other people so that it can boost coverage. And I think it's so irresponsible. Right. So that's practically what the government is saying. Like, okay, right.
Wow.
This is.
You call this socialism downstairs.
I mean, it's so ridiculous. I mean, it's the same way the CBN will wake up one morning and say, yes, this is how much you can charge on ATMs. I mean, I think these are things that shouldn't be happening in a country that claims to be a capitalist state, because there's a cost to having to putting the ATM infrastructure there. There's a cost to bidding.
Right.
I can't spend so much money to bid for a content and you say I should share it with other people. Really? It's like saying, okay, yes, because you went out of your way, you worked too hard, you bought car on your streets, so you have to share with me.
We share
really?
Another person. So, is it that they feel that other, we digital platforms or broadcasting platforms, they don't have the money to be able to bid for these rights? Are they afraid of monopolies? Is that the
argument is that so that they will have a wide reach,
wider reach.
So, because a lot of people cannot afford maybe the cable TV that is broadcasting it, but hey, they have this free to air, and they have some antenna outside of their houses, and they can watch it from their local sports. Local TV station. Yeah. So it said it boosts reach, but that's. I mean,
I get your point. So essentially, but we expect companies to kick back, kick against this. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, I expect companies to kick against it, but again, how much fight they want to fight against the regulator, right? I mean, so wasn't it last week or 2 weeks ago that I saw the story? I mean, the CBN news broke. I was just laughing when I saw it. I mean, we didn't discuss it here, but a few days later, I saw another story that yes, that banks have manipulated their ATMs to ensure that you can't withdraw more than a certain amount, let's say the 1,000 naira. Okay, so because you don't want to pay the 65 naira,
is that one confirmed? I don't think that's confirmed.
I mean, if I was a bank, I would do it every day, twice on Sunday.
Right.
I would do it, in fact, 3 times every day.
Same thing with the POS, how merchants will push that 50 naira or say that the POS is not working.
Exactly, and they pay cash, because that's how people respond to some of these, regulations that just doesn't make
business sense.
Any form of sense.
You were going to say something. Okay, still on Lagos. Let me know what you think about that as well. But still on government, the Bauchi state government. The Bauchi state government has introduced digital attendance to root out ghost teachers. Yeah, so this is according to the Bauchi State Commissioner of Education, Dr. Aliu Tilde. He announced that the state government is introducing fingerprint devices to replace attendance registry booklets in a bid to track workers' attendance. So apparently, in Bauchi, you still come and manually sign your name when you come into work. So
Did you say it's in Bauchi? I mean, it's across
that,
every
that,
state in
that,
Nigeria. Right? So I mean, that's the norm here. I mean, I think the concept of ghost workers still
it's still disturbing us.
It's still disturbing. I mean, it's disturbing to me because, like saying, I'm paying salaries to people that I don't know if they're even my staff at all. I think it's the height of responsibility. You know, like, okay, I have this much payroll to pay, and I'm wondering, I'm paying this. I have this huge wage bill, and I'm not even sure if the money is being paid to people that are actually working
for you. Yeah,
it's strange. I think it can only happen in government, right? But that's I mean, that's a story for another day. So the batch the government saying that yes, okay, no problem, because people can just show up, write names of people that didn't necessarily come to work. So once it's linked to your fingerprints, you know, you have to be physically present, you know, to put in your fingerprints, and then you know, it will record you as
showing up
being
for
present at work. But again, it doesn't now say, okay, if you have to do the same when you're leaving work, because I can show up in the morning, you know, pressing my fingerprint and just walk back out. But at least it's a step in the right direction. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think teachers, for me, I think education is probably one of the biggest priority area for me as a person. I mean, when I take over government, right? So anything that can be done to ensure that teachers are always present in classrooms, and then the students are taught. I think it's a step in the right direction.
What about, okay, maybe I'm going too far here. What about cameras in classrooms? Or that's too much money. Camera, CCTV in classrooms.
I mean, I don't think it's impossible.
Yeah.
Right. But again,
you need lights for the cameras.
Of course, you definitely, and then you need the internet penetration.
And the internet, exactly. So that's
all of that. So they can. But again, sitting down, how many cameras do you want to monitor physically? I mean, how many people will sit down and physically monitor cameras and all of that? So I think it can be difficult to do. I would rather put the responsibility on the school's management. Again, it's that thing around. Okay, can we build people? So it's like a branch manager in a bank.
Right.
Would have some level of responsibility to ensure that the staff come to work. I think that we need to build that level of discipline in people, in the head teachers, in the in the principals of schools. I think they are the ones that should have the responsibility ensuring that
they show up to work.
They show up to work and then they do their job anyway.
Good stuff. Obe here says coppers they are the owners of ghosting. And that's a good point there. Benga Kamo says Rotus, if I pay so much money, it says Rotus, is that possible? This is reacting to the first story, the content sharing thing. If I pay so much money for content, that means I have to share without commensurate rewards. It is not going to work. I have always held that government regulators and regulations are the real killers of business in Nigeria. This is from Benga Kamu. Let's see now. What else do we have here? Okay, Tokwe says, good morning, guys. Please, can I make a formal complaint to the CBN? The horse bank has been debiting my money anyhow. Yeah, Tokwe, I don't have the number now. I'll tweet it. But there's actually a phone number that you can send complaints to. I think an email as well. And the CBN hopefully will go out and work for you. Yinka comes to, he says, thank God you're not a banker. See, in this game called Nigeria, the citizens are the chess piece. The players are the federal government and companies. Okay, just imagine this. I got an ATM to withdraw cash, and I put my card, the ATM reboots, and there goes my card. Guess what? You shouldn't be laughing at him. Well, guess what? I entered the hall to complain, and the banker tells me to go to my bank. I was ready to slap the life of Yinka. That's assault from her cheeks until the boss came out. The branch manager came out. It turns out some IT dude was working on the machine. Some people have been made to pay 1K for a new card, and it's correct. But I think the new regulations
have to destroy the card.
They have to destroy the card, but I think they also wanted to reduce the fees with card replacements as well.
I mean, this should not be a regulation matter.
Should be up to the banks.
It should be up to the banks. Right, so it means that people should be able to decide, okay, if your own ATM is 10 naira and this other bank ATM is saying is 100K, let me decide who I want to take my ATM from.
Right.
I don't think it should be a regulatory matter at all.
Right.
It's like,
let's move on. Okay. Inya Boyeji, the former CEO of Flutterwave, founder of Mandela, he is apparently starting a new venture here for tech startups. I think it's called the Future Africa Fund, I believe. So I mean, it's essentially another fund to to give money to startups in the tech space. Yeah.
The way you say give money.
Okay, sorry.
To invest.
Invest. Sorry. I'm correct.
To invest in startups, because again, we've seen startup founders that will raise money and then just move to Canada. Right. So it's not like they're giving money to
right. Sorry about that. Yes.
It's early stage venture capital investing or angel investor, as the case might be.
Okay.
To support really early stage entrepreneurs that are building the future of Africa. I mean that's the way he said it, and he seemed to have great track record. Again, people might argue about what the track record really is. Co-founder Andela, co-founder
Flutterwave,
and all of that, and then before then Hora, just some decent track record. So I expect him to be able to know that, yes, to know founders, the kind of founders to be able to back. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think that the funding landscape for technology startups or in Africa is still largely the buyer's market. So I think one more additional fund is great for the ecosystem.
All right. Okay, do send your names or with your message. Say, good morning, guys. I feel the removal of exclusivity of rights makes sense only if the other firm pays a substantial amount for the receipt of those rights. Do send in your name when you send your messages. Let's see now. Isaac, morning, guys. Can you please tweet the number so we can call in case the merchant charges me 50? I tweeted it last week. I'll tweet it again, Isaac. Again, at Smooth981FM. Make sure you're following us. And then, okay, please also follow me. Rotan quotes, ROTAN KWOT. Is it not Aremo _ Fisayo?
There's no underscore.
Okay, there's no underscore. Aremo Fisayo. Fisayo always has interesting things. Aremo Fisayo. Thanks for the correction there. Okay, let's hop into the CES, the Consumer Electronic Show, which is happening.
Taiwo.
Yeah, Taiwo is there. Shout out to Taiwo. It's going on in Las Vegas right now, and I want you to give me your thoughts on this news. Yeah, Lagos, you guys give me your thoughts as well. Uber and Hyundai are teaming up to put flying taxis in the sky. I mean, this is Lagos, would you use a flying taxi? I want you guys, I mean, of course, with traffic here, probably would, but also safety issues. But let me know what you think. Fisara, what do you think? So they announced it at the Consumer Electronics Show. They're going to have a prototype that will be ready in 2023, which is when Nigeria's next elections are happening. I know that was just a random thing that just, I know there's no connection. I know everybody thinking about 2020. Please get your PVCs, by the way. Anyway, but that's by wayside. But what do you think about Uber and Hyundai joining forces to have a prototype flying taxi where you can maybe order, what do you think?
Sometime in the future, you can order a flying taxi from your house
and fly somewhere.
Fly over to the land bridge and then hope you don't land up in the
water.
Right. Anyways, but I mean, I think it's been a long time coming. People have been thinking around, okay, how to make flying, a bit more accessible to people rather than just aeroplanes, helicopters, and all of that.
Yeah.
So flying taxis, again, is innovation. Will probably be something that can be used someday for. I'm not sure it's mass transit because again, but for some form of transit. Again, people need to pay their fair share for the luxury of flying over
a city
traffic. Yeah. So I think it's important. But again, well, on the final note, Uber and Hyundai,
however you pronounce it,
right? I love the way companies try to what's it called, to distract people from the news.
Is there news that been distracting us
again? Just last week,
the
founder of Uber sold practically
his shares,
all of his shares.
Yeah.
Keeping less than 1% of the business. It was, of course, a vote of no confidence in the future of the business. And then the following week, you're flying taxis in the sky. I love this. I mean, Elon Musk seems to have perfected this kind of distraction. Like, okay, Elon, your cars are not. Oh, okay, we are going to space.
Sorry, you and he sent in a message. So wrote to Sabek, federal government should go and bid for these rights and share for everybody. Which one be this?
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think Yinkus, okay, we have another Yinka here. Yinkus is actually on the other side. Yinkus is saying, good morning, guys. I see nothing wrong with what the regulator in Nigeria is doing. Mentions MultiChoice is facing the same issue in South Africa, and they sued the regulator there for trying to break up monopolies in the pay TV. Monopolies are dangerous. Now, I think there's a delicate balance between what Yinkus is, and he even sent in a link here, legal showdown between MultiChoice and the ICASA. I think there's also the fear of monopolies, right? If there's one company that has the money to buy all these rights, then they'll hold on to it. But and I kind of feel where Yinkus is coming from. But what do you think?
I mean, it's the name of the game, right?
Yeah,
so
that's capitalism for you.
It's what it is. So okay, so someone has bought the right for football. So who says that another person can get the right for something else?
Right.
And then boost it. But again, when the consumers says that is English football they want to watch, it means that the English football is doing something great in their football. So what happens to
our own local football?
Lobby Stars versus
Warrior Wolves. That's my team. Warrior Wolves.
What happens to
I get what you're saying.
Aqua United and Ifa Yuba? So for me, I just think that it's the way the market is, and then my only concern is when government starts supporting a private enterprise over another.
Right.
I mean, case in point is the cement industry, where people were restricted from this, and then one person was given an exclusive right. Again, that's clear bias, against other players.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, that's what I don't support. But once people, I mean, you can raise your money. I mean, inside the same country, High TV did something similar. Overpaid for subscription.
Right.
Got the rights. The English FA won't say that yes, we are giving it to this person because we love his face. Give me the money and you collect the rights, right? So High TV did that,
a while back.
A while back, but
look at where they are.
The economics didn't work for them, so it's just the way to balance all of that. It's business, and that's what it is.
Good point. Abigail here. Good morning, guys. Flying taxis. If they bring that one to Lagos, we'll have traffic in the sky. Leave taxis first and give us good roads. That's from Abigail. Okay, let's see now. Live Vend. I attended a real estate outlook for 2020 in real estate. I have to shout out this company, Live Vend. They are a platform. I thought it was an app, but it's a web app that gives real-time prices of construction items in prices for folks to be able to follow. Data, Fisaya, what do you think? I mean, I was happy I met the what's his name? John Oamen, who is the co-founder of the platform. And essentially, because he told a quick story about somebody who built a house from overseas. He ended up spending the amount he spent. I think he built the house for a particular amount. He overspent essentially, and this is essentially why he started this platform, so people who builders can know what construction items cost in real time. Your thoughts? I mean, we kind of need this in the marketplace for all sorts of things now, Abi.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I think it's something that's needed to just price transparency a lot of time.
Law of one price, as they say.
But again, I think that prices also dependent on location, demand and supply from that region and all of that. So there can be discrepancies around, okay, so the price of this thing in Lagos versus the price of this thing in Aba, versus the price of the same equipment in Kano, for instance. So it's just knowing that, yes, that there may be slight differences across all of those, but I think it's
welcome development.
Welcome development, yeah.
All right, Fisayo, thank you so much for joining. I see all your messages. Okay, let me end with this. Imo from Ikeja says, flying cars are inevitable. Uber and Hyundai are taking an expected step. So with a watch sci-fi. Thank you so much, everybody. Your messages I haven't reached, I will. You guys know I respond to you even personally from our WhatsApp platform. If you have any questions, I will tweet those numbers so you can complain to the CBN. Fisayo, thank you so much for joining us. Lagos, thanks for your messages. Have a nice, safe weekend. Business Express will catch you again on Monday. Stay safe. We've never